welcome back to Marvel Live at New York Comic Con 2014. We're fast and furious this morning. That's the way we like it. Brought to you by Marvel Contest of Champions from Kabam. We have another first-time guest with us. We're really excited. I am Marvel.com editor Ben Morse.
I am Lorraine Sink, host and writer of Marvel's The Watcher, and we're here with Russell Dauterman, artist of Thor. How's the whole con been treating you?
It's been a little crazy, but it's been treating me really well. You know, seeing all the Thor cosplayers and everything, it's been a little overwhelming, but in a really great way.
There are so many cosplayers. We actually had somebody on who made your original design like
Sarah?
Perfectly. Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
She actually has been messaging me for a couple months. What's the cape made out of? What's the skirt made out of? And so I was really excited.
So you were a part of making that costume. So you were
very small part.
You were advising.
She did all the hard work and looked incredible.
It's been a whirlwind for you, because even a few months ago, before Cyclops launched, that was your first Marvel gig, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you came in, you did Cyclops, you did a couple issues of Cyclops, and then boom, out of nowhere, you're working on Thor, this huge high-profile launch. But I'd love, you and I spoke before, we did an interview for Marvel.com, and you told me kind of the time frame of when you found out you were doing Thor, which I love. I was wondering if you could repeat that story.
Well, I was getting married over the summer, and I had worked out with the ex-office editors that I would get like 2 weeks off to get married and go on a little honeymoon. And so I'm like, okay, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. And I came back, and the day I came back, I emailed them, and I was like, you know, I'm ready to get back to work. Where's, you know, Cyclops #4? And they said, you know, we don't want you on Cyclops anymore.
Yeah.
We'd like you to draw this new Thor series.
Yeah.
It's going to be written by Jason Aaron. It's going to be an all-new female Thor. How do you like doing that?
Yeah.
And then my head just exploded.
What a nice wedding present.
Yeah.
It was to get for you.
Quite a gift, yeah. It was awesome. And I was thrilled about it. I was very surprised, but very, very thrilled to be a part of it.
And what has it been like working with Jason Aaron, who's so wonderfully talented?
He's brilliant. I mean, I read the first script, and I won't spoil anything, but there's something very smart that he does at the end with some wording that I read that in the script, and wow, like I was so blown away. Everything he's turning in is just fantastic. And he's the sweetest, like, most down-to-earth guy.
And the best beard.
Yeah, I've never met him, but I hear the beard is pretty epic.
He's terrifying looking, very handsome.
Okay.
But
terrifyingly
looking,
handsome.
And then incredibly nice.
He seems very chill.
He's very, very chill. The reason I keep looking at the screen is not because I'm ignoring you guys, it's because we have questions coming in from the people watching us, and we thank you guys. Use the hashtag #MarvelNYCC. Ranker Comics says, Yo, Russell.
Yo.
Which would be your dream Marvel book to work on?
Well, I gotta say that right now Thor is a
Thor's
pretty
pretty
big
up there, right?
dream,
Yeah.
but if I had to pick something other than that, you know, it would be the X-Men. I grew up on 90s X-Men, the cartoon series.
You're not the first person to say that
I'm
today.
sure I'm not. I'm in that age range
I'm
where
there too, man.
that
right there with you, brother.
At the exact right time. But, you know, a book like with the classic characters, Storm, Rogue, like, I'd be all over that.
I've always said it's a crime that we don't have an ongoing X-Men 90s animated series comic.
I know.
You just have set in that continuity with those characters, with those costumes. Bring in a new creative team every month because there's enough people who would want to do it.
Look at Ben is pitching right now.
Yeah, if you push that through,
I will let you
make sure they call me.
You're on my short list.
Okay, good.
You are the only name on my short list. So there you go.
I'd like to hear that. That's great.
Speaking of classics, I saw you at the 75th anniversary signing.
Oh, yeah.
I saw you from afar, and I was like, there he is. What was it like at that signing? Did you get to meet some legends?
Yeah, at my table was Alan Bellman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was telling us about drawing Captain America in the 40s, and it was just unbelievable to hear the sort of stuff he was saying. I met Chris Claremont, the grandfather of the X-Men, and it was a wonderful thing. I actually met Walt Simonson, and he wished me luck on the new Thor.
Oh, that's so cool.
It was a pretty incredible signing. That was such an amazing event that you guys, set up.
We didn't work on it. It was that guy. Yeah.
John Cirilli.
You can thank him after the show.
Thank you.
We have
Some
more.
people have asked me for an hour and a half back of their lives, but that's
not
another
me.
thing.
We got to explain to John that he's not mic'd, so when he does these drop-ins, it's just dead air.
Whatever.
But,
Keep going.
Sophia says, I haven't had the chance to read Thor yet because of the Spanish thing. She's in Spain. It hasn't been released there yet. But I just want to say that the costume is so badass. Love it.
That's awesome. That was designed by Asad Ribic before I came on board, and I thought it was brilliant. Really practical, but still cool, and really awesome.
But you also designed some of the other characters. What were some of the characters you redesigned, and what were your thoughts behind them?
I did, the two big ones in the first issue are Freya, Thor's, Dude Thor's mom.
Dude Thor.
Dude
Yes.
Thor.
That's what I've been calling
I
him.
like that.
Dude
Let's make that a thing.
Thor.
Exactly, it's Thor and Dude Thor. Freya, I kind of did a redesign on. I went with some of the Valkyrie imagery, and I gave her some really giant Asgardian hair to put her at a similar height to Odin to try to make them look like equals.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
That's smart.
And give her as much weight and power as he had.
Yeah.
And the other one was Malekith.
Yeah, I love this design. It's so cool.
Oh, thanks so much.
Yeah.
I was looking a lot at the Walt Simonson design, and you know that hair. I guess I'm all about hair in this Thor issue.
It's working, man. It's working.
But he uses it almost like a cape, and at one point he leans over a terrified guy and like drapes his hair over it as he's looking at him.
Yeah.
And I tried to
like
make
that
him
now.
just super creepy. Thanks.
Yeah, I kind of like that he has almost kind of a glam, like almost like a glam rocky kind of feel, but like also that very classic Walt Simonson feel as well. I think it's
Glam
so
Rocky,
cool.
like Rocky, the
Because
movie done glam.
the movie Rocky done
That's
glam.
my next pitch. After the X-Men 90s, it's going to be Glam Rocky.
And actually, Rocky is a Broadway show. This is a different conversation.
I'm sorry, we'll tell it.
But you're full of excellent ideas.
Thank you, thank you. You're the first person to ever tell me that.
It's true.
Ginny Balfour says, for Russell, what excites you most about Thor's future story arc?
You know, I'm really excited for issue 2 to hit. I don't know if you guys have seen any of it yet, but
I'm so excited.
No, they don't let us see anything.
it's all her. Like you get to hear her inner monologue, and she's on almost every page. She's fighting. It's her versus frost giants. It's really, you're getting into it now, and it's going to really take off the story-wise from there. I'm excited for people to see that.
She's going to show Dude Thor how you fight frost giants, because he didn't do so well.
He did not. He did not end well in that last panel we saw him in.
Now, I know the reaction from women has been so huge. Have you gotten a chance to kind of interact with some people out on the floor?
Yeah, I have. That's been probably my favorite part of the show so far. It's so many, you know, girls and women coming up and saying how into it they are and how like awesome she is, but also parents coming and even showing pictures of their like 7, 8-year-old daughters with the comic and saying that, you know, they really like the superheroes, but never, you know, on Halloween they didn't have anyone to dress up as, and now they feel like they're so excited that they have one of these giant Marvel superheroes as somebody they can relate to. And I think you said it best on the Watcher episode. You were talking about representation and how representation really matters for those of us who don't see ourselves in the things we love very often, to see ourselves in that. And that's really great.
Good job, Lorraine.
Oh, that made my heart so warm. Because it really, truly has meant so much to me on a personal level. And I love the redesign. I think it's just so fantastic. And I love the issue. And
Guys,
I have
Thor
feelings.
#1 is out on the stands right now. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Thor #2 is coming soon. Where can people find you online, Russell, if they want to interact, see what you're up to?
The best place is my Tumblr. It's russelldauterman.tumblr.com. I'm on Twitter too. I'm still dipping my toes into Twitter, but that's our Dauterman, so feel free to tweet at me and I'll get more used to it.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show. Guys, we're going to be coming back after a quick break with Taran Killam from Saturday Night Live. So send us those questions using the hashtag MarvelNYCC. We are Marvel Live from New York Comic Con 2014, brought to you by Marvel Contest of Champions from Caban.
You guys keep sending us your tweets, and we'll see you in just a few minutes. We're going to have a little bit more footage for you. We have tons of panels coming up and tons of new footage from yesterday that you guys haven't had a chance to see yet.
We sure do. And by Thor. Russell's awesome.
And by Thor, #1 and 2. When is 2 coming out?
I think middle of November, November 12th, I want to say.
Check that out.